Good afternoon, my name's Amber. I'm a flower farmer florist from Blooms on the Hill in Budgeree, and what day is it? Tuesday. Bit of a miserable looking day out there, but hear my dryer in the background. This afternoon I'm organising my dried straw flowers. I've got someone coming at 3 o'clock to pick up some for a wedding, which I think is at our local Budgeree Hall this weekend. So I'm just going through them all and arranging them into colour piles so that I can then put them together in groups of 10, rubber band them up and then tie them together in bunches of 40 in a bunch, and which I do sell at markets for $20. So I'll show you what I've got going on here. It looks very pretty. Here's my bench with all these different colours in amongst all the other things that I have on my bench. Now I've got white ones here. I've got the yellow, which I think was the golden yellow. These ones were salmon. I think they were salmon. Yes, they were salmon rose. These ones here were copper red. Some kind of burgundy, but I can't remember what the colour was for that one. That was a pink, and these ones were silvery rose. So I'm putting them all together, and these are a whole lot of bunches, little gumbo, whole lot of bunches in this box, and I'll fill up this box, and I have another box over here to go through and sort out. Plus I also have a very messy children's schoolroom, more hanging up, and I've got more out in the garden to harvest, although I think the stems are getting quite short towards the end of the season. These have been fantastic. These are hung up in bunches of 10, and I have hung up, I'd usually hang up maybe 40 bunches at a time, and I've done that many times. So as a flower farmer, your straw flowers are a really great way to go. You just get so much out of them, though I do have a fairly largish patch of them, but they're really worthwhile. And I'm coming along with these straw flowers now, getting them all bunched up. So still a bit more to go, but I'll give that a little break. So this is my straw flower patch, looking a little bit sad now towards the end of the season. Still blooming nicely, but look, as you can see, like shorter stems, that goes to there. So there's a few that are longer in amongst all of this, but it's just a matter of looking for them. So, and as you can see, these are starting to die back. They are a short-lived perennial, so I'm expecting them to bloom again next season, but I'm not 100% sure as I've never grown them. So they've done really well. They were planted in here. Some were direct, actually all were direct sown, but only this row came up. And I discovered after that they need light to germinate, so a lot of them, there was a handful that did germinate in this area, but they obviously got too much covered with dirt, and the wind blows things around and they could have got washed away with the rain or being watered. So I did restart seeds in trays indoors last year in about June. So that made it winter, and they were inside, and we've got a Canara, so the wood fire was going, and they germinated really well. And as a result, I got lots and lots. This section here where there's all this dead grass, there was actually everlasting daisies in there, which were those little pink and white things, which are different to these. Okay, different to these straw flowers, or paper daisies, or whatever you'd like to call them. But they're really worthwhile having. And I've just picked off these. Now I'm in my greenhouse. I'll just show you these straw flowers that I've sown recently, and this is what I've got. The ones that are up and looking okay. Obviously these ones, they went in February. And then I actually re-sowed some, but not having great germination again. So I think it's just too warm. Here's some in the lemon yellow that haven't come up at all. Here's some in the purple red. Haven't seen any of those either. So I think it's just too warm. So I think I will be restarting some in June again, because that was quite successful. I'm just finding that I do want to do some more, and I want to make sure that I've definitely got some. So I'm not sure how the other ones are going to go, as I said. So being a short-lived perennial, goodness knows what they're going to do. Yeah, but we'll get some more started and have them there just in case the others don't stick around. Right, I'm just watering my foxglove seedlings while I'm talking. It's really hard to do it one-handed. So strawflowers behind me, here they are. Benefits of growing them: they are an Australian native, so they should do really well for you in Australia. They're also really drought tolerant, so these were watered as seedlings a handful of times, and well, they were put in, as I said, I started them in June in trays, put them out probably about a month or so later, and then they had plenty of water through the spring, so I didn't really water them that much. And then I actually haven't watered them through the summer at all, so yeah, there they are, going really well. So as a flower farmer, I would highly recommend strawflowers, because you can put them in arrangements fresh. They look really nice. Or of course you can also dry them, and look, I just hang mine upside down, as you saw, in my schoolroom. Anywhere that's dry, they actually look, I think, even nicer dried. They get very glossy and shiny, and they really hold their color really well. The one thing I found with them when they first came up and they got really tall, the stems were really thick, and I always sort of thought, hang on a minute, this doesn't seem right. And I'd never grown them before, so I actually cut them really deep and discovered that they then shoot out again. So I thought, well, hang on, the others that I had growing were actually way behind, so they were a lot smaller. So I decided to pinch them. Now I keep hearing, oh, don't pinch them, but no, I actually found that pinching them was a good idea, because I didn't just get that big broomstick handle style stem that I got with the first lot that flowered. So, you know, two schools of thought on the pinching, but I would go with the pinching, because that big thick stem that you get is really useless. Yeah, so strawflowers, give them a go. I am now planting out some echinacea. I've had these from just the hardware. This yellow one my husband gave me for my birthday, which was just the other day. I'm planting them in where I had my cornflowers. They're obviously not going to take up all those rows, but I'm thinking I'm going to put all perennials in here. So there's those strawflowers. Cornflowers were all here. Yeah, I'm going to put perennials in, and I've discovered that this soil is actually better than I thought. It's been sitting out getting baked all summer, but it's relatively soft, and soft for quite a well down. Yeah, I can get my little trowel down fairly deep in there, and it's pretty good. There was a nice layer of mulch on there, like the wood chips was down when the cornflowers were there, and I think that's just all rotted down and made a really big difference. So echinacea plants, we're planting them 50 centimeters apart, and they're a drought tolerant plant, and they're good for cut flower, so they should just be in here. They're good for pollinators. We shouldn't have to water them too much, but they should be really low maintenance and provide a really nice flower that hopefully will replace the zinnias that I don't like very much, remember. Maybe only just a few of the zinnias. Okay, so we've planted in a row of echinacea. These two I bought as little seedlings online. They are the double scoop varieties. Here they're pom-pommy. So that was a raspberry one, and that's an orange berry one. They were in my flower patch, so I've just moved them. This one here and this one here I started from seed, so I've also moved them because they were in my flower patch too. birthday echinacea. And these ones I just bought from the hardware. So these two are white ones. It's pretty pink. I'm pleased with that. A row of perennials that will get up and hopefully be good for a number of years. Oh, look at my crazy hair. So I've had the person come and pick up 3 bunches of strawflowers, which was good. And it's now nearly 5 o'clock. So I better go and feed the lambs. Haven't done that yet today. Big list of things to do and don't tend to get through it. Better go feed the lambs. So I will see you next time I'm doing something of interest in the garden. See you later. Bye.